If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. This Independence Day weekend, kick your party off with a bang. DeWeather Center presents the first annual DeWeather Cares Charity Softball Classic, presented by the National Racing Network. The Palmerton Boobies, DeWeather Center Bluecocks, Blue Mountain I-95ers, Pocono Front Platers, Schuylkill County Crackers, Reading Nurses, Catasauqua Blue Tits, and Beltsville Lake Monsters will take the field in Emerald. Find out more on Facebook at DeWeather Center. DeWeather Center, offensively accurate. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thunder Valley, Bristol Motor Speedway, right on the border of the state of Tennessee and the Commonwealth of Virginia. My name is Chris Graham with the National Racing Network. It is a pleasure to have you joining us this evening, and we've got a heck of a show coming up for you tonight. A special charity event put on by the fine folks at Snydersville Raceway. This one is... Let's get the graphics flipped over here for you so you can see what the heck I'm talking about. Tonight's race is the Racing for Ryan 76. And it is my absolute pleasure to be joined in the booth tonight by the one and only Mr. Burt Wojcik. Burt, what's going on, brother? We're out here to do some iRacing and have a good time.
Not much, Chris, and this is an awesome deal to be a part of here tonight, helping out Ryan and donate to a great cause here tonight. But I'm more excited too to be here at Bristol Motor Speedway and finally get to see some racing on this third half mile that we've been hearing so much about. And we got the Beast of the Northeast, the Big Block Modifieds here tonight. And I tell you what, I'm excited to see what these big blocks can do around the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, in fact, we can get you a little bit of info here on the big blocks. And it's pretty interesting because basically what we have here is a two-division show for you here tonight. The big blocks are Bicknell's 467 cubic inch V8s, 757 horsepower underneath the hood, 646 pound-feet of torque. Burt, you called them the Beasts of the Northeast. The big blocks weighing in at 2,646 pounds. They got a 4-link front, a 3-link rear. It's not really a huge difference, though, between the big blocks and really what we're calling the small blocks tonight, because those cars are the same Bicknell chassis. It's a 358 cubic inch V8 making a 510 horse, 461 pound-foot of torque, 2,551 pounds. So not 100 pounds worth of weight. I don't think here around the Bristol Motor Speedway it's going to make much of a difference tonight, though.
No, in my personal opinion, I think on a track like this here, you want all that power. You want the big block here tonight. But yeah, I'm going to be interested to see if somebody actually goes out there, puts in the small block tonight. You know, maybe see, because we've been seeing like some of these spec small blocks and all that, or open small blocks, that they're basically big blocks, and, you know, they run just as well as what they do. So I'm really excited to see tonight who's going to be able to, you know, make it work or whatever motor combination they come up with.
Yep, 37 cars vying for 32 spots. here at Bristol Motor Speedway. The place seats 140,000. The surface is concrete, but they've piled on over 2,000 truckfuls of dirt to make this half mile that first hosted a race in 1961 an absolute playground for the dirt guys here. Let's give you the rundown on what the format for tonight is. 3-lap qualifications will be coming up here in just a minute. 10-lap heat races. Actually, I believe now we're going to have 5 transfer out of those heat races. We're going to run twin B mains, so no soup tonight, just a pair of B mains. 15 laps, 6 cars will transfer, and that will get us to our 32-car starting field. Practice just wrapping up here, and we have an in-race reporter here tonight. Let's see if we can't bring Mr. Alex Kolonix up here into the booth with us. Alex, you've got a ton of laps here around Bristol Motor Speedway. I know for a fact today I've been in several sessions with you, but you're very, very good on the dirt here. What's the biggest challenge facing these drivers tonight?
It's definitely going to be the changing track conditions, that's for sure. This track is very, very good as it starts to slick off. It's not like any other track where it's bottom to top. It slowly moves around. You got to dash all over the place looking for the line.
That's going to be the challenge here. Checking in the comments here, seeing Ryan Kulthau checking in, giving the big old thumbs up here. Ryan put up some money here, and we'll give you all the details on the money here tonight as well. But Alex, before you get out to qualify, how important is track position going to be? We know there's going to be an invert for the feature, but you still need to qualify well, start in the front of the heats, and try to lock yourself in that way.
Of the dirt tracks, I'd say if there's a place that you wouldn't mind as badly starting further back, it would be here. Because with the track changing all the time, you can find lanes to put yourself in to try and pass people.
All right, bud. Well, hey, good luck tonight, and we'll get you back to the transfer room here, but we'll be talking to you throughout the course of the night.
Yes, sir. Let's get that NRN house car to the front.
Yeah, that's right. Let's we'll get you a look at that one here in just a moment once he comes out for qualifying, running the NRN house car tonight. Actually,
does that mean we have a favorite in the field tonight?
No, not really, because this one is This is a big fat charity race. We can run down some of the money that's been donated, but
there's been a lot of money has come in.
Even during the drivers' meeting, I think we've about doubled the total here. It's looking like so far about $500 coming in for Ryan Cummings, and let's tell you a little bit about Ryan. He is a fantastic young man who had open heart surgery several years ago. He finally was able to get back into the car just a couple of weeks ago at Bridgeport. Didn't feel something right while he was in the car, was back at the doctor's, and basically found out he's going to have a valve replacement surgery done in the very short future, I believe the first week of April. And it's about as unfriendly of a procedure as you can imagine. Ryan, only 18 years old, and we've got a way for you to help out Ryan. You can visit ryan.nationalracingnetwork.com. It's going to take you directly to the GoFundMe page for Ryan Cummings, and we'll get you the look here. There's the NRN house car, Mr. Alex Kolonix piloting that machine as he works his way through turns 1 and 2. Track is hot for qualifications, and it's pretty well go time here, bud.
It is. First lap out right now. Ryan Conrad, quick time at a 17.36. 17.36 for the 327 of Ryan Conrad. And Alex Collins goes faster at a 17.7 or 2.7. 1.727 for Alex Collins. JT Ferry second quick right now at 17.33. 1.733 for JT Ferry. Logan Daughtonville is in that third spot right now at 17.34 as we take a look at Alex Collins again here on his qualifying line. Now Jasper Zigafus ties Collins at a 17.27, 1.727 for Jasper Zigafus. No change right now in the top 5 as Ryan Conrad's in that 5th spot at a 17.44.
Quick time going to be changing a bunch here. we'll see. Second lap for Zigafus comes in at a 17:61. Collinix basically throws away the second lap. New quick time at the top of the board, 17:24. 3/100ths quicker than Jasper Zigafus goes Alex Collinix. Steven Snyder Jr. jumps to third quick on the board.
We'll check out Josh Pepe. He pulls up in that sixth spot at a 17:35 for Josh Pepe. Ryan Conrad dropped down the eighth spot there. Now Jax Yawns, he goes up to the fourth spot at a 17.33, 17.33 for Jax Yawn.
Paul Boom Mancini. Second quick, 17:26. He's going to finish up his qualification run. James Morris checking into the comments. Big block or small block? What's everyone's pick? New quick time, top of the board, Steven Snyder Jr. Things happen all over the place here around the Bristol Motor Speedway. Nate Brinker checking in as well. Here. Man, this is going to be a fun one tonight, Bert. That's for sure.
Same time, Chris, on top of the pile on 17-2-4 between Steven Snyder Jr. and Alex Collinix.
Yeah, you'll
get
to see the results lap here. Yeah, Mancini just finishing up his third lap. He goes
quick time.
17:21. What a run for Paul Mancini to the top of the speed charts. He's already stopped and ready to get off the racetrack. Holy cow. That's how you get some excitement built up here in qualifying. So
we love it already. We love it.
Yeah, this one's going to be fun here. Seeing Jax Yawn getting a little bit of love in the comments as well from Don Greeby. Thank you for checking in, Don. We've got a ton of comments in here tonight already. Thank you, everybody who's tuning in. We hope you're enjoying yourselves. My name's Chris Graham with the National Racing Network, and I've got Bert Wojcik here in the booth with me as well. And big blocks versus small blocks, we're going to see this in the real world in just a couple of weeks at the Bristol Motor Speedway when they pair them up with the greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws. Man, is there anything better than high-banked, foot-down, balls-to-the-wall dirt racing? No, yeah,
I can't think of anything better, Chris. Honestly, I can't. Hey, Tyler Topman goes out there in his qualifying effort. He'll go sixth quick at a 17.33, 17.33. A lot of parity here, Chris, because you look at the top couple here. Paul Mancini goes quick time at a 17.21, but then you have second and third same time, only separate by a couple thousands there. Steve Snyder Jr. at 17.24, and then Alex Collinix at a 17.4 as well. And now Michael Haney, he'll go quick time. He'll time Mancini at 17.21. 17.21 for Michael Haney as you look at him live on your screen right now here coming off of turn number 4. See if you can't break that time here. That 17.2 barrier is a very popular time. He'll only go at 17.52 for his second lap. So as I was saying, Chris, here, you're separated by about a tenth. Got that entire top 10 there. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, let's get to the results from qualifying here. Mike Haney goes quick timer, 17.209. Goose eggs back to Paul Mancini. 26 one-thousandths of a second back is Steven Snyder Jr. in third. How about half a tenth first to fifth? That is absolutely incredible. Heat race number 1, gritting up here. 10 cars scheduled to take the green. Mike Haney out of the Mid-South and Jasper Zigafus from the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania line up on the front row. Logan Dontonville out of Pennsylvania and John Bennett from the Keystone State in row number 2. Joseph Failer, Gavin Krupp in row 3. Row 4 will have Cody Holmes and Patrick Byrne out of New York. Connor Mirabelli from Pennsylvania. The Carolinas, Kyle Cooper round out the field on this one. And I'll tell you what, Bert, this one, the heat races are going to be a ton of fun to watch here. We are in for some excitement all the way around, that's for sure.
I think so, Chris. I think we're in store for some great racing here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. The track show is going to have a lot of power to it here tonight, and we'll see what it's like in race conditions. You know, qualifying, yeah, it sets you up pretty well for the heat racing here, but that don't mean nothing when we actually get into racing here. As we'll field the one to go here this time. I believe the iRacing Silverado will be pulling in, and let's have some fun tonight here, boys.
Yep, I think we got one more to go here. Ryan's mom, Shelly, checking in, saying, "Thank you for doing this for our son. It means a lot to us and him. It is a pleasure. Ryan has been a class kid since we got him in. Into the Snydersville Raceway Wide Open Wednesdays. Don Grebe answering Harry on, saying, Happy Cheesesteak Day. Don Grebe saying he had one today. Next, what up? Tyler Topman saying, out here supporting a fellow racer. That is what we do, isn't it? There is nothing like the racing community. Seeing a lot of prayers coming in the comments. This one, Jesper Zigafus getting some love here for Bill Elkins as well. Field's going to make their way through turns 3 and 4. And Bert, what do you think? How about we just let this first heat race roar to start it off?
I love it. Let's crank it up.
Just like that, one lap in the books, and it's going to be Mike Haney holding on to the race lead. Coming up on the high side, he's the 5 on the racetrack, the 77, the time of the scoring. It's Jasper Zigafus. Going to put a big old run off the high side here. He'll grab the lead at the line as we work lap 3.
Oh, what a run for Jasper Zigafus now. Haney, he has to move up to the high side. We'll see if that works out for him. The top 4 have started to break away here, Chris. You got the tonight Gavin Krupp back there as well. Michael Haney is in that second spot. Then it is Logan Donville running in that third spot. Haney's going to look on the bottom as Jasper Zigafus off of 2.
We'll make their way down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Top 4 all single file. Approaching the halfway point. Lap number 5 going up on the scoreboard. 4 down, 6 to go here in heat race number 1. Put a blanket under the top 4 as they come off at 2.
Oh, Gavin Crump and Logan Donville, they're getting some close quarters there as they come down off at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Haney is still trying to find a way around Zigafus. Not going to be able to do it as they go back down to turns 1 and 2. Leaders are ripping that high side. They're trying to tear the fence down off at turn number 2 down the back straightaway again.
Through turns 3 and 4. Cross flags are up last time, halfway home. Lap number 7 on the board now. Going to be 4 laps remaining. Best battle on the racetrack. Going to be back here for the 4th position. That's going to be Gavin Krupp and Logan Donville.
If I'm right, Chris, that's your 5th place transfer there is right now. That'll be Joseph Fowler in that 03 car here. He's holding on to that 5th spot right now, trying to get Logan Donville into that bubble position now as they come back down the back straightaway again into turn 3 here. Leaders are ripping that top side. Seems to be the place to be right now.
Yeah, trouble on the racetrack. Seeing a couple of cars that had an incident here. We'll get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay.
Get that tuned up
on
here.
The racetrack here for Patrick Byrne running the Highside Hustle entry. He's the first casualty of the Bristol outside wall.
Of course he is.
Looping around feels about like me every Thursday night. Oh, and then he gets absolutely drilled.
I hate you.
Tough break on that one. Checkered flag flying on this one. Jasper Zigafus picks up the heat race win over Mike Haney, Gavin Krupp, Logan Dontonville, and Joseph Fowler. That's going to be your 5 that'll transfer out of heat race number 1. Here's your results. Zigafus, Haney, Krupp, Dontonville, Fowler, the transfer cars. Holmes, Bennett, Cooper, Mirabelli, and Byrne all going to have to head to the transfer. And already gritting up heat race number 2. Here is your starting lineup as the field starts to roll out. Paul Mancini and Jax Yawn going to make up the front row. Josh Pepe and Aaron Bowes in row number 2. Talon Carter, Camden Johnston in row 3. Tyler Twitchwell, Harold Klump in row number 4. Dan Lind and Dean Klein will round out the field here. Once again, 10 laps the distance, 5 to transfer.
And we'll see here. Maybe we can catch a quick word with Jasper Zigafoods as we got another lap to go here. Quick, Chris. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that. We're talking about possibly doing that here. In that first heat race there, we saw a lot of the leaders go up on that high side. There seems to be the place to be right now. There's a lot of moisture up on that high side. And it's a very, very fine line here, I think, Chris. Just, how close they got to get up to the wall here. And also remember, if you hit that wall, there's no safer barrier up there. So that car is going to take a big impact on it along with the driver.
Yeah, that's going to be the big thing here is keep the car off the walls, and that's going to get tougher as we go through the night. See Richard Cummings checking in, thanking everybody for their support. Bill Elkins saying, heck yeah, Jasper. Comment here out of Tim Franks. Remember the night me and his dad went to go get his slingshot. This kid gives me great inspiration every day, and I'm glad to call him my teammate and friend. Thank you all for joining in on this race for a good cause. This is going to be a ton of fun here. Fields off at turn number 4. Green flags in the air. We're underway. Mancini jumps out for the early lead.
Yeah, but Alex Bowes, he gave a right rear there as he got 3 wide off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway there. Jackson pulls into second. There they have 32 with Josh Pepe there. Leaders are ripping the high side there. Here comes the 1 car, Talon Carter on the bottom of Pepe. It's a complete lap number 1.
Carter trying to make the inside lane work, but it's just not quite ready to happen yet. Josh Pepe to the outside. I'll tell you what, Bert, that inside lane is going to come in a big way if these guys keep burning the outside down. There will be track prep before the feature. I know that one for a fact. I don't necessarily know where else we're going to see track tonight. It may not even happen before the B mains. If that's the case, this place gets dangerously slick because we get a big old slide job out of Aaron Bowes.
That's the one I want to expect from Bristol. Aaron Bowes with a big slide job. Talon Carter shows his displeasure. He's on a right rear. Now that'll allow the 6. Excuse me there. That'll allow Cameron Johnson to get around Aaron Bowes. That's a battlefield transfer spot off of turn number 4 again. Bowes going to look down the high side there. But they're closing on Talon Carter pretty quick back into turn 1.
This is all back towards the battle for the transfer spot. Currently, Camden Johnston has that in the number 15. He's the 6th on your screen. That white and red machine bounces it up off the outside wall just a little bit. Through turns 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. 6 laps already on the scoreboard.
We were talking about a couple weeks ago on how the Monster Mile, when we were there with the Pancake Modifieds, the tour type mods at the Monster Mile at Bristol here, how they would reach out and grab you. Well, I expect Bristol to be the same way there because I thought Camden Johnson, he was going to go for a ride there as Bristol reached out and grabbed him here. As he said, 4 laps left here, Chris, in this second heat race. Paul Mancini, he's out to almost a 2.25 seconds lead over Jax Young. He's having a very nice run. Then it's Josh Pepe in 3rd. Talon Carter 4th, and Camden Johnson in that 5th spot there as they're pulling away from Aaron Bowes.
Trouble on the racetrack. Clump and Dan Lynn. Clump now pit side. Lynn running around in the 9th position. We'll stay right here with the battle for the transfer spot. It's really going to be the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But already seeing lap number 9 go up on the scoreboard. We're down to 2 to go here for Paul Mancini.
Paul Mancini's going to get in a little bit of lap traffic here, but the best battle on the racetrack right now is that battle between 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That'd be Josh Pepe, Talon Carter, and Camden Johnson. Both trying to do everything he can as a white flag is out this time by here. We'll see what happens here as Paul Mancini's out to a 2.5 lead final lap.
Coming around the lap car of Dan Lind through turns 3 and 4. Clean and green all the way in this one. Checkered flag in the air. Paul Mancini picks up the win in heat race number 2. Over Jax Yawn, Josh Pepe, Talon Carter. Camden Johnson holds on for that final transfer position.
Chris, we're seeing it again here. They are really beating down that wall, beating up that high line there. It's just going to make it for better racing. We're going to see a lot of slide jobs here, like we saw there with Bowes trying to get around Talon Carter, and it's there. The track is going to be there for the feature.
Yeah, I don't think we've run a 76-lap feature here at Bristol. The Cup cars, when they run there, it's going to be a long row trying to go 250 laps on the dirt. But let's get your results here for heat race number 2. Paul Mancini, Jax Yawn, Josh Pepe, Talon Carter, Camden Johnston transfer, Aaron Bowes, Tyler Twitchell, Dean Klein, Dan Lynn, Harold Klump, all heading to the Consi. we'll take a look here and see, as we got the starting grid here for heat race number 3 up on the screen. See if we can't talk to Paul Mancini here real quick. Paul, that was a heck of a run up front there. Seemed pretty clean for you. Any real issues?
No, it was actually a really good heat race, and I just want to thank Alex for putting this on and hope everything goes better with Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. We share the sentiments on that one. So congratulations on the heat
Absolutely.
race win, and good luck in the feature.
Thank you.
There you go. There's Paul Mancini. Steven Snyder Jr., Tyler Topman going to make up row number 1 for this one. Ryan Conrad and James Benz in row number 2. Row number 3 will have Adam Bushell and Isabella Van Orden, Mike Wombold, Cody Quagliato. In row number 4, row 5, Craig Mercer and Joseph Wiley.
Not a lot of passing early on here, Chris. And as I said, just heat racing as the field gets the finger from the flag stand. 1 to go here. Will be green next time by here. You know, we're getting in that spot now where Steven Snyder Jr., he was up there with Alex Kolnick for a while there, setting that quick time mark. And all of a sudden you had Paul Mancini come up there and Michael Haney also get around these guys here in the last second here. So we're really getting to meet of this field here. So hopefully as we get on here, we'll see a little bit better racing here.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot more passing develop. One of the things about heat racing, when you have qualifications that lead into heat racing, your fast cars are going to be up front.
One rule I hate that so much, is that you should put the fast cars in an invert. But whatever, I digress. Anyways, green flag is out. Tyler Topman and Steven Snyder Jr. go 2 by 2. We go on board with Snyder now. He'll rip the bottom side, trying to go up. Maybe try and pull a slide job right now. It's Ryan Conrad up the second as he comes down the back straightaway side by side into 3 and 4. Conrad with a big slider on Topman, and Topman falls all the way back to 4th.
Yeah, that's trouble deep in the racetrack here, and they're going to have him wadded up in a big way. How about 3 wide off at turn number 2? Contact between Isabella Van Orden and James Benz. Adam Bushell just barely slips by the number 2 of Van Orden. Up and almost over goes the 18. Little bit of neck code there, the 81 of Mike Wombold comes past. And that was a wild ride for Cody Quagliato in the number 18 machine. He's going to fight back to the inside of Wombold off of turn 2 and down the backstretch.
Oh, they're throwing fisticuffs right now, but they got to be careful. They're still 1 spot out right now of this transfer spot right now behind Adam Bushell. They got to do some work here to get up to Bushell right now. Steven Snyder Jr. is out to almost a 3-second lead on Ryan Conrad. Boy, we haven't been with that battle in a while. It just looks like he's gone.
How about Craig Mercer just using the 18 of Quagliato as a doorstop? Isabella Van Orden does the same thing. Those cars are going to be hooked together down the front straightaway. They get them separated. We're already almost halfway home here in heat race number 3. What was this you were saying about no passing here?
Well, see, it's the announcer's curse, Chris. It's the announcer making me look like an ass, as always.
This battle going on, it's deep in the field. Let's pick up fifth place runner James Benz, because he's going to have Mike Wombold all over his back bumper.
This is the battle for the transfer spot here, Chris. We look out the tail of 68 of James Ben's car on Mike Wombold, trying to find anything he can to get around him. A little bit of contact up in the fence right now. Not much there for Wombold to get around him back in the third number 3 and 4.
There's the battle. It's still within a car length. Oh, one car going around. That's Adam Bushell.
Look out, look out.
Oh, man, 39's up into the fence as well. That's Joseph Wiley. Adam Bushell had an incident. That's going to promote Benz and Wombold into the transfer spots, and it's going to basically end the battle here if James Benz can have his internet connection last just a couple more laps. Already working lap number 9 of 10. There's Steven Snyder Jr. and Ryan Conrad separated by a third of a second. What flag is at 1 to go?
Oh, Conrad loading her up, trying to get a slide job in. Not going to happen. That top side is too good right now for Steven Snyder Jr. We'll keep an eye on Conrad here as he's looking down the back straightaway. Going to go down. Snyder will protect the line here. He's going to win heat race number 3 here for the Big Block Modifieds. Ryan Conrad comes in second. Then that third spot will be Tyler Topman. Fourth spot will be James Benz. And your fifth and final transfer will be Mike Wombold.
Man, what a tough break for Adam Bushell. That's a couple of weeks in a row now that Buchel's had an issue that has prevented him from transferring in. He was basically in a locked-in position here. I think it may have been contact with a lap car that caught out Buchel there. But here's your results for heat race number 3. Steven Snyder Jr. gets the win by 0.3 of a second over Ryan Conrad. Tyler Topman, James Benz, Mike Wombold all going to lock into the feature. Adam Buchel, Isabella Van Orden, Craig Mercer, Cody Quagliato, Joseph Wiley, all going to head to the Consi. Field coming up here and getting gridded already here on the racetrack. Alex Kolinix and JT Ferry will make up row number 1. Nicholas Ham and Josh Oliver in row 2. Lawson Zarensis and Kyle Ammon in row 3. Doug Snyder and Ryan Cummings in row number 4. In row 5, we'll have Peter Neuter. It should be the final heat race of the night here. I am so far behind on comments, it's kind of ridiculous.
Look, finding the best one there, because I'm sure there's a ton of them right now.
At this point, I'll do my best to keep an eye on the comments here as we go. But
just get a scrolling ticker going, Chris. Just get a ticker of it.
That could be so incredibly dangerous.
I agree.
So we're down to our 4th and final heat race. We're going to have a couple of B mains following this. It really is kind of go time here, and you can see the racetrack. Where it's shiny, it's slick. The straightaways, everything looks pretty good. But wait till the field gets down here into turns 3 and 4. This place is going to be black. You can see the outside lane there. This place is slick, basically the entire top lane. That's why we're going to see so much passing here.
Absolutely. I would not be surprised somebody comes from the back of the field here as Kolinix and JT Ferry make a little contact. Green flag is out. Kolinix will slide up to the wall there. Here comes the the 6'11" of Nicholas Ham. He'll come up here trying to battle for this lead here. Back in the turn 1 2. What a run for Ham. He'll take the lead now. Oh, boy, they're all over the place in the complete lap number 1.
Kolinix going to return the favor in turns 1 and 2. Ham through the big old slider in 3 and 4. Kolinix just calmly drives it up the racetrack. He's going to grab the spot. Trouble a little bit further back here. Several cars bouncing off each other. The battle for the race lead is good. There's 5th place running Lawson Zarensis, that black and green Waffle House engine. He runs 5th. Peter Neuter not far behind to battle for that transfer spot.
Lawson Zarensis, he's opening that gap up there between him and Peter Neuter, trying to get away from him now. Remember, Lawson Zarensis is on the bubble right now. It looks like a lot of leaders are trying that bottom line, Chris. Haven't seen this most of the night where they've been running up against the fence all night. So maybe that bottom line should be the way to go in this heat race here. And look at JT Ferry trying to close in on Josh Oliver. JT Ferry already down 2 spots in this heat race.
Yeah, Ferry did not get a real good start on this one. He's going to work the inside lane in 1 and 2. Where that lane is really going to work is because it's starting to grip up. Where everybody else is spending a lot of time off throttle up high, you can really keep the throttle down. Whether you're inside or outside here in the big blocks at Bristol, your foot almost does not come off. It might breathe the throttle a hair on corner entry, but that's really about it.
Meanwhile, Alex Collins got around.
Down, that's the big deal.
Meanwhile, Alex Collins got around Nicholas Ham for the lead again. But keep an eye on this because Lawson Zarensis, he is trying that high side. It's working slowly but surely. He's closing in on both JT Ferry and Josh Oliver. Right now, Lawson Zarensis is on the bubble right now. He is clear of Peter Neuter by about 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, that's going to be the big gap there, and so long as he doesn't step on it, Lawson Zarensis should be clear to transfer through here. I can't believe we're already approaching 2 laps to go.
And they're clicking them off quick here tonight. Let's run it down for you here. Alex Kolinix is your leader over Nicholas Ham. Then it will be JT Ferry in the 3rd spot, and Josh Oliver running in the 4th spot. Lawson Zarensis is your 5th and final transfer right now. And right now, best battle on the track is between JT Ferry and Josh Oliver's white flag is out this time for Alex Collins.
Yeah, we'll pick him up here. Show off the house car as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4.
Not rigged, folks, we promise.
Yeah, one of the best on iRacing, Alex Collins, picks up the win here in heat race number 4 over Nicholas Ham, JT Ferry, Josh Oliver, and Lawson Zarensis. Yeah, basically we offered up 2 house cars to a couple of drivers, and we are covering their entry fee. We will say that. Alex Collins jumped on this one right away because he runs basically a generic iRacing paint scheme. So he gladly took the $10 in entry fees, and that's all a donation to Ryan Cummings. Get your results here for heat race number 4. Collins, Ham, Ferry, Oliver, and Sorensis, your top 5. Neuter, Ammon, Cummings, and Snyder are all going to head to the Consi. 9 cars will make up the grid for this consolation race. 6 will transfer. Cody Holmes and Adam Bouchel will make up row number 1. Row 2 will have John Bennett and Isabella Van Orden. Kyle Cooper and Craig Mercer will line up in row number 3. Row 4 will have Connor Mirabelli and Cody Quagliato. Rounding out the field, the other of the NRN house cars tonight, Patrick Byrne. Patrick, a regular in the Tuesday Night Thunder PM18 series that we're really proud to have picked up for their Season 2 starting in May. Patrick's really good in everything he gets in, but he bought the big block about 10 minutes before this session started. Don't forget, though, check out the Highside Hustle every Thursday night at 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on the National Racing Network.
That's tomorrow night.
It is. Who do we got on the show tomorrow?
What a show we got going on tomorrow night. First of all, we're going to have Erin Noel on to help us finish out our celebration of Women's Celebration Month here, whatever they call it nowadays. Here she is, the social media manager. Yes. Thank you, Women's History Month. I forgot the name of it off the top of my head. Should have wrote it down. Oh, well, anyway. But anyway, Erin Noel will be joining us. She's social media manager for the Flow Racing All-Star Circuit Championship by Mobile One there. She's a great interview. Is going to have a lot of fun with her. And then your winner from the Port Royal Speedway this past Sunday afternoon there at the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series. Also the 2019 Super Dirt Car Champion. It's going to be Matt Williamson will be joining us to talk about his successful weekend here during the Central PA Takeover. What a weekend that was, Chris. Had a lot of fun seeing the big block at 2 very predominant sprint car tracks this past weekend.
Yeah, they were good at Selinsgrove, and oh my word, were they fantastic up there at the Port Royal Speedway. The racing's good at Port Royal every week. I don't care what kind of car you put on Port Royal. It's a fantastic racetrack and really cool place to see racing. Oh, man, we got some beating and banging going on here in a big way as they're going to head off into turns 1 and 2 on the opening lap. Things start to settle down just a little bit. Top 6 will transfer.
Comes Patrick Brines. He's trying to make his way in. He's in that 6th transfer spot. He's battling with Isabel Van Orden now as they are trying to make their way through this field here. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Ah, you love it. Oh, one car nearly going over. What a save. I believe that's tonight at Connor Mirabelli. What a save.
How did he save that? Patrick Byrne up to the 4th spot. They're still 3 wide. Oh, one car going up and over. That's going to be Craig Mercer. He wads it up. He's going to be on his roof in the infield. Should not see a caution flag here. Nope. Oh, they're
what the heck?
Down. Van Orden, Quagliato, and Cooper are still beating the snot out of each other.
And, oh, by the way, Chris, this is for the transfer spot. Here comes Mirabelli now. He gets turned. And Van Orden gets around now. Here we go. Keep it going, guys.
Caution
oh,
flag
my
is out.
goodness.
Yellow flag on the speedway. Oh, my word. Okay.
Oh, poor Alex.
Alex Greenswig is admitting this on his own. Let's pick up the view from Craig Mercer here on the Hot Shoe Raceway Instant Replay. He got the back bumper from Van Orden, flips the outside wall up and over. Bert, you talked about cars getting sucked into the outside retaining wall. Well, that's a perfect example of what happened. Now, in that
I think
battle,
he had a little bit of help, too.
We'll stay with Isabella Van Orden here because Watch what happens coming off the corner. She gets a great run, dives it down to the inside, starts to come up the racetrack, and the next set of corners has to jump on the binders to get around Byrne. And then we got a 3-wide mess down the front straightaway.
I mean, that's put it nicely, Chris. I mean, that was, wow. And then she gets turned. Here comes Mirabelli now. Oh.
You can't park there.
Okay, no, that's the first one of the night. Wow. All right, so catch our breath here. And,
Yes.
yeah. Hey. So Adam Bouchel's your leader over Cody Holmes. Then you have Josh Bennett. He's running at 3rd spot. Patrick Bryan, he started back in the 9th spot. He's up to 4th. And then Cody Quagliato in that 5th spot. And right now in that 6th and final transfer spot is Kyle Cooper in the 84.
Holy cow. Alex Greenswig checking in the comments, so we must not be too busy over there in race control, saying top 6 from each B main. Bill Elkins checking in with the, what's the painting? I'm going to draw a blank on it now. Anyway, remind me in the comments. Tell me how dumb I'm being tonight. But the scream. That's what the emoji is. The scream.
Okay.
So, yeah. Going to be a ton of fun coming up here. We're only at the halfway point. And with the exception of Craig Mercer, everybody is still on the lead lap.
Oh, Lord.
So
how many more laps we got yet on this? We're halfway?
7 to go. And we're going to have 8 cars fighting for 6 spots. So you would think, bide your time, don't be a complete gulp on the racetrack, and you should be okay. But we know racers, and it's not going to happen that way.
I was just going to say, Chris, that's not going to happen. I mean, did you not just see that action we just saw here in that last 5 minutes there? I mean, that was insane.
So we'll take a look here. We'll show you the gaps back to the race leader here. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that piece doesn't want to work to show us the lap down cars here. Mercer's a lap down. Mirabelli tags in at the back, but he's still on the lead lap. Green flag's back in the air. Bouchel get a battle with Cody Holmes off at 2.
Horrible start for Patrick Bryan there. He's going to fall all the way back to the 6th spot, so he's on the bubble. Meanwhile, battle for the lead here between Adam Bouchel and Cody Holmes. Bouchel will get the run off the high side. He'll hustle it around, trying to keep that lead now. The bottom side's working for about quarter way through that corner, and then Bouchel just gets a rocket ship. Now here comes the 08 of John Bennett. He's trying to get up to that 2nd spot.
Bennett ran that line about half a car width low off the top of the racetrack. He's going to do it again in turns 1 and 2. Seems to be finding a little bit of grip there, but a big slide out the back end. Slide at the back will pick up the transfer spots as Connor Mirabelli is... Well, I was going to say, Connor Mirabelli was having an issue, but Cody Quagliato is, at the moment, nowhere to be found. Patrick Byrne is up into a transfer spot. We look for Quagliato. Oh, he's pit side. Tough break for Cody Quagliato. Down to 2 to go.
Slow coming off. He's slow coming off of turn number 4, Chris. I don't know if something happened to the car or what, but he slowed up a bunch there, and that allowed Patrick Bryan to get around him. So he's in the transfer spot right now, as right now Adam Bouchel is going to be taking final lap here off of down the back straightaway.
Yep, into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. The 131 of Adam Bouchel will claim the checkered flag here in B main number 1 over John Bennett, Cody Holmes, Isabella Van Orn, Kyle Cooper, and Patrick Byrne gets the last spot in the big show.
Oh,
how about
fantastic.
that one? The Highside Hustle is going to make it in the most backdoor of ways.
Just in Highside Hustle fashion, we always make it, baby.
Exactly right. C main results. It's actually the first of 2 B mains, but iRacing calls it the first one a C main. Adam Buchel, John Bennett, Cody Holmes, Isabella Van Orden, Kyle Cooper, Patrick Byrne make it into the show. Cody Quagliato, Connor Mirabelli, and Craig Mercer will see their night come to an end. 10 cars once again for 6 spots here in the B-Main number 2. Aaron Bowes and Peter Neuter will make up row number 1. Row 2 will have Tyler Twitchell and Kyle Ammon. Row 3 will have Dean Klein and Ryan Cummings. Row 4, Dan Lind and Doug Snyder. Harold Klump and Joseph Wiley round out the field. Let's get you the look here. We'll focus in on that number 27, Ryan Cummings. Good kid with an admittedly pretty cool paint scheme. We did the artwork here for him on this one. The American Heart Association and the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia on the side of that race car. And let's get the information up on the screen here for you again. Ryan.nationalracingnetwork.com will take you directly to the family's GoFundMe page to help support Ryan. He's going in to have a valve replacement done here in like 2 weeks. So he'll be up on the rack for a while. He did tell everybody in the drivers' meeting that his real-world racing career is over, which is incredibly unfortunate, but we told him he's always got a spot here with us on the National Racing Network, that's for sure. He's a fantastic kid and a talent behind the wheel. So make sure you head on over to ryan.nationalracingnetwork.com and you can check out the GoFundMe page there for Ryan Cummings.
Makes their way off of turn number 4. We're going to get the green flag this time. We're spread out all over the place here. And it looked like Aaron Bosch just did not want to go there at first. Here comes the 21, a Tyler Titchwell. He's going to try and make it a 3-car battle here for that lead here. He'll get around the 25 of Peter Neuter. Actually, it's a 0 on your screen. 25, Ryan Cummings. He's up into the 4 spot as they come around the cleat lap number 1.
Yeah, you don't want to get yourself back there in 6th and have to deal with worrying about who's coming up behind you. Just hold on inside that top 5, and that's kind of where you want to be. As we look back here, Kyle Ammon and Doug Snyder are going to battle side by side through turns 1 and 2.
A fantastic battle now. Here comes 36 of Harold Klump. We might have a 3-car battle here for that 5th spot here, and that one is going to be the transfer spot. Harold Klump looking on the ball. We got a car backwards down the back straightaway.
Double for Joseph Wiley. Fantastic avoidance there. Oh, man, big shot to 76. He's going to make contact. Oh, they're still beating and tagging down the straightaway. How did they not junk everything there? Hey, let's give a shout-out here real quick to Howard Clump. He gets just about third. What a save. He's got the American Heart Association decals on the side of that car as well. Pretty cool deal there.
Oh, that's instant karma.
Thank you very much.
It's an instant karma there, Harold Klump. As it looks like one car up in the wall there. I want to say that's Dean Klein. He got up into the fence there. As now we take a look at Ryan Cummings. He's trying to keep his way into this. He is currently running in that, where's he at here in time in his scoring? He's running 6.
For Ryan Cummings. Lap number 6 on the board. Big wiggle there out of the 27. And they did some track prep to this racetrack, too, between the heats and the consies. But you saw what that first consi did. Caution flag is out. Trouble on the racetrack. Looks like caution will be for Joseph Wiley. Man, he gave Klump a huge shot.
I think that was Titchwell.
Yeah, that may have been. Bangs it off the outside wall, and that is what will bring out our first caution flag here of the B main. Basically,
that was with second place running Tyler Titchwell there, Chris.
Yeah, it may have been, because that's about where Titchwell would have been on the racetrack. They basically, what they're shooting for is limited caution flags. We didn't see any in the heat races, and you're really only going to see them in the consies if there's a major issue of some sort. So in this case, you had Wiley, who was in the fence and kind of beating around right in front of the race leaders. That's when they'll throw race control, will throw the caution flag. That's basically done to protect the cars that are running at the front of the field. Before we forget here, I can't believe I haven't mentioned this yet. You can support the National Racing Network on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/National Racing Network. Every new subscriber to our Patreon account tonight, we're going to match in a donation to Ryan Cummings. So if you join at the $5 level, we're going to match. We're going to take your $5 and that $5, and that's going to be a donation to Ryan. You join at the $10 level, it's a total of a $20 donation for Ryan. So swing on over to patreon.com/National Racing Network. Take
Good deal there, Chris. Hell.
We have a comment that I have to pull up.
Love a deal.
In the browser here. Thank you very much, Leanne Duda. Your contribution to stars. All that money is going to go to Ryan Cummings tonight as well. I believe we get paid 1 cent per star. So that even 150 stars, that's $1.50 in additional donations to Ryan Cummings as well. So thank you very much, Leanne. We appreciate it. And looking forward to having new members of the NRN family joining us here. One of the big things, you get access to the National Racing Network Discord server. That's where a lot of our discussions are going to start taking place on who we're going to have for guests on shows and different race topics and what series we're going to cover and how we're going to cover tracks and all that kind of stuff. We really want to involve the community in this as we grow here. So make sure you head on over to patreon.com/National Racing Network. Lap 11 of 15 on the scoreboard here. Aaron Bowes.
Not gonna have much time left this race here, Chris. Aaron Bowes is going to be taking over reins here from the iRacing Silverado pace truck. Green flag out. I tell you what, he did not get a good start on the initial start, but a much better restart this time. Bias go back into 1.
How about Ryan Cummings trying to shoot the gap up the middle in 1 and 2? Doug Snyder's going to hold on to 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, toss them under a blanket. This is going to be the battle for the transfer spots. Right now it's Harold Klump and Dan Lind on the outside looking in.
Ryan Cummings now, he's on the bump spot right now. We'll see as long as he holds there, a little bit of a push. 3 wide for the final transfer spot. Into turn 3 and 4 here, the high banks of Bristol Motor Speedway. Some great racing here. Harold Klump will pull a slide job on Cummings. Meanwhile, also, will allow the 17 of Dan Lind to go up into that 6th and final transfer spot. Meanwhile, we only have 2 laps to go. Ryan Cummings on the outside looking in.
Cummings going to make the big move to the inside. Lind going to get it up on the outside retaining wall. Drag race to the line. Oh, man, that was tight. White flag is out. 1 to go. 1 car upside down. Couple of cars making contact. That's going to move Cummings up into the 5th position. Harold Klump is going to be out of the race. Checkered flag will fly this time. Aaron Bowes picks up the win over Tyler Twitchell, Kyle Ammon, Peter Neuter, Ryan Cummings, and there's Dan Lind going to claim the final transfer spot. Doug Snyder, Dean Klein, Harold Klump, and Joseph Wiley will be done for the night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was some carnage late in that one. Doug Snyder had an issue and crashed. Let's get you the results here for B-Main number 2. And then we're going to get our one and only commercial break out of the way. Aaron Bowes, Tyler Twitchell, Kyle Ammon, Peter Neuter, Ryan Cummings, and Dan Lind are going to claim the final 6 spots in tonight's 76-lap feature. Doug Snyder, Harold Klump, Dean Klein, and Joseph Wiley round out the field. And those guys, like you said, will see their night come to an end. So as we get to break here, we'll get the graphic up on screen again. Head on over to ryan.nationalracingnetwork.com. That will get you directly to Ryan Cummings' GoFundMe page. Make sure you get the support in there. But right now, we're going to get the commercial break out of the way. You are watching the Racing for Ryan 76 right here on the National Racing Network. If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com. At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com. This Independence Day weekend, kick your party off with a bang. DeWeather Center presents the first annual DeWeather Cares Charity Softball Classic, presented by the National Racing Network. The Palmerton Boobies, DeWeather Center Bluecocks, Blue Mountain I-95ers, Pocono Front Platers, Schuylkill County Crackers, Reading Nurses, Catasauqua Blue Tits, and Beltsville Lake Monsters will take the field in Emerald. Find out more on Facebook at DeWeather Center. DeWeather Center, offensively accurate.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to Bristol Motor Speedway, the Racing for Ryan 76. My name is Chris Graham with the National Racing Network. Alongside me is Bert Wojcik. And Bert, we got a big old show coming up here as the warm-up session is just finishing. Let's get you the rundown here on what we have coming up here. Our race length tonight is going to be 76 laps. You're going to see 80 laps on the scoreboard, but you'll understand why in just a little bit. Starting field is going to be 32 cars. We are inverting the top 10, so that's going to put Jasper Zigafus at the front of the field as your pole sitter. Race control is live admins. We do have Alex Greenswig and I believe Dylan Freibel also handling the admin duties tonight.
Did Dylan finally show up?
Possibly. Lucky Dogs and Waves are going to be automatic on this one. And let's show you the information on the payout here. At least I thought we had the payout. Well, maybe not. Payout tonight is going to be, I believe, $150 to win. And it will be paying out back through the top 10. Here is your starting lineup as the field gets ready to roll here for 76 laps at Bristol Motor Speedway. Jasper Zigafus and Paul Mancini will make up row number 1. Steven Snyder Jr. and Alex Kolinix in row 2. Row 3 will have Michael Haney and Jax Yawn. Row 4, Ryan Conrad and Nicholas Ham. Gavin Krupp and Josh Pepe in row number 5. Row 6, Tyler Totman and JT Ferry. Logan Dontonville and Talon Carter in row number 7. Row 8, James Benz and Josh Oliver. Row number 9, Joseph Failer and Camden Johnston. Row 10, Mike Wombold and Lawson Zarensis. Adam Buchel and Aaron Bowes will make up row number 11. Row 12 will have John Bennett and Tyler Twitchell. Row 13, Cody Holmes and Kyle Ammon. Row 14, Isabella Van Orden and Peter Neuter. Row number 15, Kyle Cooper and Ryan Cummings. Row 16, Patrick Byrne and Dan Lind. So there you go, and I believe we should see, we'll see here. I was going to go full Johnny Gibson on this one. They've gotten the signal to show you the greatest sight in all of motorsports. The field's going to at least try to split and give the fans a 4-wide salute. We'll see if they're able to get this one squared away here.
Hey, we're forming it. Oh, boy.
Oh, what a
sight.
shot off of turn number 2. 4 abreast.
Oh.
And it's all for you, Ryan Cummings. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in tonight. How about that? That's about as close as you're going to get it done in iRacing. The biggest problem with a 4-wide salute in iRacing is netcode. You get the cars close to each other, and you'll just start randomly incurring damage and wadding cars up. And instead of a cool-looking 4-wide salute, it becomes the start of the US 500. Oh, what a shot
Chrissy.
there.
What a shot. Ladies and gentlemen, you get the beast of the Northeast, the Big Block Modified. Oh, what a sight. I think we're going to come around again. Oh,
There
fantastic job, guys. Awesome.
Well done, team.
I wasn't expecting that
Holy
good.
cow, I know.
Hey.
That will absolutely make the photos afterwards for this one.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Here we go. The comments are coming in. Don Greeby says, haven't heard any pop tops, Bert.
When are we going green? Believe, are we going this time by or next time by?
If it's not this time, it's next time. I'll say it that way.
All right. Well, I need to.
They're off at turn number 2 and down the back stretch. I'm pretty sure we're getting ready to see a green flag here. That's why you're going to see 80 laps on the scoreboard, by the way.
I think you're about ready to see 80 or 76 laps here, all for Ryan Cummings. Ryan, this is going to be for you, bud. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what time it is. Next time by. Okay. That's what happens. That was a practice run. Practice run.
Right.
Practice
you know
run.
what? Like I said, I'm still impressed that they managed to pull off the 4-wide salute here. In fact, let's check in the comments here. Ryan Coolfowl says, impressive. Everyone thought they were going to wreck. We absolutely did too. Robert Mancini checking in saying full send, Paul. Robert, we both know your boy a little bit here. You know him a lot better than I do, but Paul is, there is nothing but full send out of Paul Mancini. He is a ton of fun to watch here in these iRacing events. And they're going to come off at turn number 4. What time is it, Bert?
You know what time it is. It's latte time. We go green right here at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Trying to pick up the field here. Caution flag.
Good.
Yeah, caution flag number 1 is going to fly here. That's going to basically restack everybody up. Trouble on the racetrack for Cody Holmes. But I believe there may have been a bit of an iRacing server issue there because our connection blinked, and I think just about everybody else's connection blinked as well here. Here's the list.
Yeah, that didn't look pretty, Chris.
We don't have the dollar amounts on this one, but I'm pretty sure we're right around $500 raised tonight. Ryan Coulthau, Tyre Cooper, Wojcik Racing Images, Superior Auto Services, Nazareth Garage Door, Craig Mercer, Andrew Acera, Robert Simons, Wes Shire, Dean Klein, Peter Neuter, Tim Franks, Patrick Byrne. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Those are the folks who have all contributed to tonight's events. Also, the National Racing Network and Snydersville Raceway is putting up the purse money for this one tonight. So basically, all those names I just read, that's all donations that have come in for Ryan Cummings. So thank you, everybody, for your support. Working lap number 8 now of the 76 scheduled green flag laps. Jasper Zigafus still at the front of the field. Taking a look here. Let's try to get a replay here.
Yeah,
Looks like Cody Holmes. Yeah, Cody, we don't even have it. That's kind of how ugly things went on the iRacing server side of things.
Ooh.
Everybody's still on the lead lap.
You're lucky I got another can up here, Chris, because we got to redo that.
Yes, here we go. We've had a request. We can absolutely honor this request here. Asking for the link, visit ryan.nationalracingnetwork.com. That's how you can donate to Ryan Cummings and his recovery coming up here from a valve replacement he'll be having in the next couple of weeks. For anybody who didn't join us earlier, Ryan is an 18-year-old, now retired race car driver. He was in the car at Bristol Speedway just a week or two ago for a private test session. And after that session, he was back to the cardiologists. They found some more issues, and he'll be going in for a complete valve replacement. Like we said, just 18 years old, and it's his second time with a full chest crack. Kid's tough. He's strong, and he's got a spot with us whenever he wants it. So head on over to ryan.nationalracingnetwork.com, and that'll get you directly to the GoFundMe link that Ryan's family has set up.
Oh, we'll give it another shot here, Chris, as Jasper Zigafus and Paul Mancini. It looks like Jasper's going to take the high line this time here as the lights are out on the iRacing pace truck here as they come back down the back straight for the final time. You know what, Chris? Let's try it again. That was not... No. Ryan deserves a better start than that. So, you know what? As the iRacing Silverado pulls in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what time it is. Ryan, this is for you. It's latte time. Green flag is out here at the Bristol Motor Speedway for the Ryan Cummings 76.
Field's going to make their way off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Jasper Zigafus and Paul Mancini will duel for the race lead. Mancini slide, job 3 and 4. Zigafus able to get some bite on the outside, and here comes Jax Dawn looking inside.
Actually, on a very impressive run here for the young man now. As Zigafus will try and make that high side work. They're going to go 2 by 2 down the back straightaway here. Top 4 starting to break away right now from the 69 of Gavin Crumb. As right now Nick Ham, he's in that spot right now. Oh boy, some great battle. Here goes Mancini going to try and pull a slider on Zigafus.
Zigafus down the backstretch. He's going to look inside, try to return the favor. Caution flag is out one more time. Big time server lags here.
Hey.
Trouble for Cody Holmes. Let's see if we can see what happened here to the 424 machine.
Benches that NASCAR broadcast screwing everything up. Oh, wow.
Up in front of him. Ryan Cummings was involved in that one as well. Tyler Twitchell, Ryan Cummings involved. Talon Carter also had an incident. See Adam Bouchel, Patrick Byrne also having issues. Seeing the number 1 machine on pit lane. There's the 27 of Ryan Cummings. these cars, they do have fast repairs. It's either 2 or 3 of them. Also, there's Patrick Byrne in the Highside Hustle entry. Not a good night there for the 28. Well, I guess a pretty good night.
No,
he made it in the show.
Just going to say, he came from 9th in the B main up to get the fifth transfer spot there, Chris. So not a terrible night for the Highside Hustle car.
Yeah, as of, I think, 5:30 this afternoon, he did not own the big block modified on the iRacing service. He literally bought the car, jumped in the practice session, and said, sure, we'll try it. Okay.
Why not?
I came on now.
The ye old college try.
Yeah, well, put it in the big show. So we'll take a look here throughout the field. Big issue on the night so far for the one of Alan Carter. He is down 15 spots from the drop of the green flag. Also an issue on the racetrack for Steven Snyder Jr. He's down 16. The RVR Racing hard charger to this point going to be the number 15. Well, it's the white and red number 6, but Camden Johnston up 8 spots, running in the 10th position. So we're going to get ready to head back to Green Flag Racing here in just a moment.
Well, that $25 that you put up from Burt Roger Images, we'll see who that goes to there. Right now it's Camden Johnson. He set up 9 spots, but I hope we get this server issue fixed here, Chris, because that's taken away from a lot of great racing here tonight so far. I think we see what this restart or the initial start could have there, and then, you just have that flip in the server, and it just kind of screws everything up. But what are you going to do? That's what happens when you race the technology.
Yeah, off of turn number 4, we are ready to go back to Green Flag Racing.
Oh, Jack's yawn all over the place.
Yeah, yawn having a big issue there. And caution flag going to fly again. Let's take a look here. I'm going to try something on you here. We're going to shut down your screen, so you're going to be absolutely blind here for just a minute. I'll hand
it.
Yeah. Basically, here, do this. Join in on the VMix call if you can for us here. And then hopefully we can get you done that way. So as we get Bert jumping in here, making sure this isn't on our end, but it seems like with everything going out here, it could be an iRacing server issue. So Jasper Zigafus, still your race leader. Haven't really gotten a lap in under green. Let's take a look here. Let's see if we can bring in Alex Kolinix. Hey, Alex, you're in the show here, but what's it like having these kind of start and stop runs to get things going?
Or that?
Oh, it's really yikes, because if you're on the top, you got to hope the guy on the bottom doesn't hit you. If you're on the bottom, you got to hope the guy on top messes up so you can get up there. It's rough, and you got to make sure, because people are wrecking, got to avoid it all. It's, ooh.
Yeah, it seems like it's kind of a mess, no matter what way you look at it here. And I guess this is kind of just the nature of a big race like this. You got a lot of cars. It's a full field and a very tight racetrack at times.
Yeah, we're going single file here, so should be a lot better this time around. Shouldn't have people trying to force their way up, so let's get it done.
Yeah, that's going to be a big part. Thank you very much, Alex. And that's one of the things that the consecutive yellows are going to have single file restarts here. And Bert, give me the thumbs up if you can see and hear everything.
We got it, Chris, and I love this rule here with the single file restarts after a double file restart. Double file restarts, I think, make better racing, but I like the rule here where after a yellow, if there's a wreck after a double file restart, you go single file. You go green flag out here now. Jasper Singapore second out, throwing his knees on the counter and saying, see it now. As you go into turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway again. We'll see what happens here between Paul Mancini, Gavin Krupp, and Alex Collin is trying to close in now here. As Nicholas Ham, he's also running that second spot there. Top four starting to break away here, Chris.
Yeah, everything is absolutely going to single file out here just by the nature of the restart. That's going to make the passing a little bit more organic as well. You're not really going to fight and gouge for everything all the way through here. Slide back in the field just a little bit. Oh, man, maybe not, because we got a battle for the race lead. Nicholas Ham has the lead from Jasper Zigafus. Mancini right there on the back bumper as well.
Oh, man, what a move by Nicholas Ham. The little slider on Zigafus now. Mancini closing in. He's on the back bumper of Jasper Zingafus as they come down the back straightaway. Mancini's going to load it up, pull a slider, try and take a 2-for-1, only to get the 1-for-1 as Zingafus turns it back on him down the back to the front straightaway again for complete lap number 28. As they come back in again, Zingafus going to try and pull a slide job on him. Mancini got to check up. Field starting to close in again. Oh man, we might get into a slider fest here, Chris.
Yeah, slide jobs for days. Thunder Valley is going to be slide job city by the end of the night. Oh, man, they're coming right into your living room, too. Big move on the outside. That's going to be Mancini and Zigafus battling for the spot. And here comes Gavin Krupp to the inside.
Oh, Crump pushes Zigafus up into Mancini. Here comes Kolnick down the National Racing Network house car. Oh, man. Now Crump's going to go up in the wall. Zigafus in the wall. He gets a hold of Mancini. Big wreck down the back straightaway. Great save by Crump. Oh, how do they say great?
Holy cow.
I have no idea.
Caution flag going to fly, but that's for an incident deeper in the field. Jack's Yawn playing a little bit of bumper cars there under yellow. Holy cow. Kitchen Hot Shoe Raceway. See what happened to Dan Lind.
Oh, man.
Trouble for the 20 of Kyle Ammon. Also involved in that one. Lind, if he doesn't upright.
Actually, I think that's JT
there you go.
Chris.
Well, see now, Dan Lind landing on all fours means he can use the quick repair and get back to the pits. Oh, man. That action.
Can we dial up that battle again between, what was that, Mancini, Zigafus, Kolnick, and Krupp? But that was insane. I don't know how Gavin Krupp did not wreck in front of the entire field there. That was nuts.
Yeah, let's take a look here. Get you another Hot Shoe Raceway instant replay.
So 3 wide into 1 and 2. A little bit of contact there. Now, that contact from Krupp pushes Zigafus up in Mancini. Here comes Kolnick. And then Krupp tries a slider again and just bunches everything up. Oh, nearly high-sides it.
Oh, he did high-side it. He wrecked. He just didn't know it.
Oh, that's about as close to wrecking as you're going to get, Chris. I mean,
yeah.
Wow.
So
and he's
we're gonna
still
have,
running right now in the 6th spot.
Yeah, we're going to have several cars on pit road here. They will take the quick repairs, including John Bennett. He's in and out. Tyler Twitchell on pit road. Kyle Cooper on pit road as well. Ryan Cummings, Martin, I believe, done for the night. So Several cars having issues early on here, but not Nicholas Ham. How about up 7 spots to the race lead? And he's not your hard charger. That currently belongs to Peter Neuter, who's up 11 spots at the drop of the green flag. They're in that black and red, a little bit of white trim, number 0 on that machine. So as we get ready to go back racing here, starting to approach the halfway point, we're going to start to see some storylines develop here. And one of those is the racing is really good throughout the field, but look how black the inside lane of the racetrack is. That will slowly expand from the inside to the outside, the more laps they run up top. And this race will be an absolute rip hunt by the end of it.
Well, we'll see what happens here, Chris. As you said, it's definitely starting to slick up on the bottom, but it's providing some great racing and also a track that it has that Eldora feel to it where you can wind up that slide job and even try and pull the trigger on. It's beautiful as we go green flag racing again. Nick Ham takes the lead. Jasper Ziggins, who's going to try that bottom slide. Oh, he might get a freight train here, Chris, down the back straightaway. Field trying to make it around him. He's going to lose a couple spots. Alex Collins will get around him, and Paul Mancini will as well.
We're starting to lose iRacing a little bit again here, but Kolonek's going to work to the outside of Gavin Krupp. That car was on 2 wheels right before this quality flag. He's able to fight back. Ham and Mancini going to duel for the race lead here down the front straightaway. Mancini looks inside. Slide job 1 and 2. That was a haymaker. Ham able to hold on to the throttle.
Throwing a right hook on him as caution flag comes out.
Caution's going to fly one more time here. And yeah, we're already at what is, I guess we can call it the halfway point. The race is scheduled for 76 laps. We're going to run 80 so they could get the 4 wide salute in here. So in terms of timing and scoring purposes, we're just about at the halfway point here. Nicholas Ham still your race leader over Paul Mancini. And I'll tell you what, Bert, if this is any indication of the show that the big blocks are going to put on in a couple of weeks, man alive, is this going to be fun down there in Thunder Valley.
Well, we saw some great racing this past weekend with the super late models as Jonathan Davenport got around Kyle Larson late in that race there to dominate. We'll have a little more of a better idea when the World of Outlaw Morton Building Late Model Series are down there second weekend of April before we get the Outlaws down there. And we'll talk a little bit more tomorrow night about that on the Highside Hustle. And also my thoughts on that. The sprint cars need to have a test session down there, but I digress. But anyway, tomorrow night on the Highside Hustle, we'll have Erin Noel. She'll be joining us. She is the social media manager for the Flow Racing All-Star Circuit Championship by Mobile One. Also helps out a lot with the Tony Stewart store as well as the Eldora Speedway social media. So she's going to be a great guest tomorrow night. And then your winner from the Port Royal Speedway this past Sunday afternoon, also the 2019 Super Dirt Car Series champion, Matt Williamson will be joining us. And the first question I think I'm going to ask him tomorrow night, Chris, is Molson or Labatt's?
Yes.
Question.
That's
and he'll come out with some like American beer, like I don't know, like Miller Lite or the water that is known as Coors Light.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your mind if he says Yingling.
Oh, I will lose my mind, yes, because that's the greatest.
So should be getting ready to go back green here in just a moment. Ham, Mancini, Kolonix, Krupp, Haney, your top 5. Everybody back to 10th place is being paid, by the way, $150 to win this race tonight. 70 for second, 50 for third, 30 for fourth, 20 for fifth, and then 6 through 10 are going to get their entry fee back. All of that money being put up by the National Racing Network and Snydersville Raceway. All the drivers' entry fee were donations to Ryan Cummings at $10 a piece. That worked out to $370. plus all of the donations that have come in since. I think well over $500 going out the door tonight to Ryan Cummings. Want to remind everybody that you can donate as well. Just visit ryan.nationalracingnetwork.com. That'll get you all the information. It'll give you the whole background story on Ryan Cummings. He's a really nice kid. And the family has been fantastic and everything else. So very cool to get to hang out with these guys.
Yes, it is, Chris. It is. A green flag backed out here again. Nicholas Ham going to try and escape away from this field here as Paul Mancini now, as we got a little bit of another lag issue. We got cars spinning around the back straightaway.
Yeah, we got several cars going around here. Joseph Failer having an issue. JT Ferry, Kyle Cooper, Kyle Ammon. Wow, there you go. Hold on. Added to... So we're going to pay back all the way through 20th place tonight.
Wow.
So almost everybody is getting their money back through donations.
That's fantastic to hear. I mean, that goes to show what kind of the community this racing community is, going to help out a fellow racer here, and that everyone putting up a little bit of extra money here tonight to help this field here. And I would love to see this on a weekly basis here, but it's so cool to see it come out like this. As Don Grebe comes up here and says Bridgeport should look like this weekend. I hope so. We'll be down there on Saturday with the URC opener this weekend. Can't wait to be a part of that down there at the Bridgeport Speedway. And, of course, you got the Kingdom of Speed 100 coming up on Sunday afternoon, hopefully, down at the Bridgeport Speedway. And, man, I tell you what, the big blocks down there, that was one of my favorite races last year with Alex Jankowski winning that, the Danny Serrano 100. Oh, what a race that was. So hopefully we get to see another fantastic race this weekend here at the Bridgeport Speedway. So we'll reset the field for you here. We complete lap number 47 of 76. As you see here, we have 80 laps on the board there. That's because with iRacing, you can't do the four-wide salute as normal. You have to do it with the race started. So we gave these guys 80 laps there, a couple extra laps to get the field lined up. So Nicholas Ham is your leader over Paul Mancini. Alex Kolnick's in the third spot. Michael Haney running the fourth spot. Jasper Zigafus in the fifth spot. Ryan Conrad, 6th. Logan Dauntondale, 7th. Cameron Johnson is currently your hard charger at the... he is not the hard charger at the moment. He is running the 8th spot. James Benz in the 9th spot. And Talon Carter up to 10th. Right now, your hard charger will be Isabella Van Orden coming up to the 14th spot. She is plus 13. Her and Paul Neuter are right now one spot away from each other there. Paul's plus 15, and Isabella is plus 14 right now.
There you go, getting the rundown on the who's where and who's up and who's down. So far, the race has been very disjointed, to say the least. Not many laps run under the green flag here. One of the issues with that is basically what's going on is when you have multiple quick repairs available, it changes the way a driver is going to think and act, and especially with a field of 32 cars. It allows some of the squirrels and some of the beating and banging that's going to happen at the back of the pack. That's really going to continue. Something we talked about, the track surface, that's already starting to widen out. You can see a little bit of it coming in on the high side. This is only going to get more difficult to drive as we go.
Yeah, it is, Chris, and I just hope that it kind of evens itself out here, that we can get some green flag racing in, because it seems like every time we get one of those blips, it throws the yellow right away, which needs to happen there, because you can't have everyone wrecking as the iRacing Silverado pace truck will pull in. Green flag is back out for Nicholas Ham. Mancini not let him get away here, as he's going to try and pull the slider for the lead. Paul Mancini, your new leader, down the back straightaway. Here comes Alex Cummings now. Oh, man. Oh, Nicholas Ham tries to feed him a left rear there. Here comes the one of Michael Haney now, as Collins going to fall back right now in the fifth spot.
Top five are going to trade positions like you and I were trading baseball cards as kids. Collins doing battle with Syracuse as they get 2 wide in turns 3 and 4. Collins going to grab the position off the corner. Bert, what do you think? How about we give them a chance to crank it up here?
Let's do it.
Flag out of the speedway. You saw the issue for the Highside Hustle car.
Oh, no.
Trouble for Gavin Crump and Patrick Byrne. Crump looks to the inside of Byrne, throws the big old slider, banks it off the wall. Byrne makes contact. A couple other cars getting involved in that one as well. Byrne, kind of an unfortunate situation there for the 28.
Well, in typical Highside Hustle fashion, it's a beautiful disaster for the car.
Yep, spin it around. He gets it squared away, but all that time it takes to get looped around is enough to bring out a caution. Oh! And then Byrne starts the attenuator party early. The fans of our TNT races, the special events series, will know what we're talking about there. Richie Van Orden checking in the comments here. Get this one pulled up. This is like a bad dust condition. That's exactly what it is. It basically makes it almost impossible to see. You really have a tough time of knowing what's going on, and it impacts the racing in a very negative way. The big thing here is caution laps count. So we've already ticked off almost to lap number 60.
Which I'm surprised iRacing hasn't fixed that yet. They should, for dirt at least.
Well, they see that this is the whole thing. If you don't count the caution laps, you run into the issues of timing and scoring and how it sorts everybody out. And it's more efficient on an admin to run the race with laps that count. However, it's not the true dirt racing fashion. There's really sort of no way to fix it, is the unfortunate answer. That's not overly complicated. In fact, one of the big things that, like, for example, the Connect server connection issues that we're seeing tonight, that could be anything from my physical location, an issue with Verizon's connection to iRacing servers, the iRacing servers themselves, or the internet service provider that iRacing is using. There are so many pieces in the chain that every once in a while, especially weeks like this, where you have, tonight was the NASCAR Pro Invitational Series. Also this weekend is the 12 Hours of Sebring. There are hundreds of privately hosted servers up, and it can really make things an absolute mess of people trying to get practice in, recreate the real world, do the whole thing. So it's sort of a nature of the beast deal, but I tell you what, Bert, that just means with, we're down to almost 20 to go here. It's about latte time.
Oh, it's about time to see who's going to get the beer shower at the end of the night here, Chris. And I tell you what a move by Paul Mancini here. I almost wondered on that last restart there where he pulled the slider on Ham. I almost wondered if Ham kept the receipt on that and he's going to try and pull the slider on again, trying to give him the return there at the layaway counter. We'll see here as the iRacing Silverado pulls in. Mancini going to keep it up high. A little bit different what we've seen on these restarts. Oh, he's going to apex a green flag back out as we complete lap number 60 here. Mancini's going to check out away from the field here. Here comes Collins. He's going to try and pull away. Jasper Zingerfu's going to follow his tire tracks down the back straightaway. Collins is going to try and go low on Michael Haney now, trying to make that bottom line work. We might have 2 lanes of racing here, side by side, the line for third.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. This second lane is really starting to come in. The high side works, the low side works. Who's going to be the one that tries the middle groove to see if they can make that one work? Everybody up around the top side with the exception of Jasper Zingerfu's, who worked the inside. Through turns 1 and 2. We're going to spread them out a little bit more. How about 3 wide off the corner?
Well, Michael Haney trying to make that bomb side work. Collins has just got that good of a run on him. He has to go to the bottom, or else he's going to pound him right there in the backside. It doesn't work. He's going to lose a spot. Here comes Ryan Conrad. He's going to slide up there. Collins has got to tap the brakes a little bit. Ryan Conrad, he's up to the 4th spot.
Oh, Mancini holding on to the race lead. Nick Ham and Michael Haney will battle through turns 3 and 4. Collins and Conrad not going anywhere. The racing's good at the front, but it's good throughout the field as well. Several cars battling here. Adam Bouchel is in it, and I think we're seeing the caution. We're seeing the issue happen when there's a caution flag thrown. We had trouble on the racetrack for John Bennett. Keep your eye on that 08 car. He has his issue, and that's when all the connection stuff starts to happen. So looks like this may be on the iRacing side of things, because that incident was absolutely net code. Cars disappearing and reappearing.
Yeah, that's definitely on the iRacing side of things. You were talking about that earlier, Chris, about the 12-hour Sebring, and you know they had that big issue at the 24 Hours of Daytona there, where the servers were down and that they couldn't get right. He also had a couple other instances, and I believe in the NASCAR Coca-Cola Series, that it just was not, you know, they couldn't run the race here, and it's kind of a shame that you have this here, but it is what it is when you deal with technology and that stuff here, and hopefully one day it'll get all sorted out here, that we can have a legit.
Yeah, a big part of it is the connections. All of the users that were experiencing issues in January and February were all Comcast internet customers. And it was something with how Comcast was throttling
What was that about?
connections and stuff. Yeah, not sure what was going on there with Dan Lind making contact with Michael Haney.
Didn't mean to cut you off there, Chris, but that was just weird.
That was a little over the top. So let's run you backwards through the field here. Mike Wombold, Cody Holmes, Steven Snyder Jr., Patrick Kern, all out of the race. They will finish 29th through 32nd. JT Ferry is the last car running in 28th, 27th, Dan Lind, 26th, Gavin Krupp, 25th, Tyler Twitchell. Adam Bouchel is in the pits, currently having scored 65 laps. John Bennett runs 23rd. 22nd, Kyle Cooper. 21st, Talon Carter. 20th is Kyle Hammond. 19th, Isabella Van Orden. And 18th, Ryan Cummings. 17th, Joseph Failer. 16th, Peter Neuter. 15th, Josh Oliver. Jack Sion, 14th. Lawson Zarensis in the 13th position. Aaron Bose, 12th. Camden Johnson, 11th. And Tyler Totman in 10th. 9th is James Benz, Josh Pepe in 8th, 7th, Logan Dontonville, 6th, Jasper Zigafus, 5th, Ryan Conrad, 4th is Nicholas Ham, 3rd place, Alex Kolinix, Michael Haney runs 2nd, and Paul Mancini is your race leader as we work lap number 69. And we're down to just about 10 to go here, bud. It's go time. There is no more time to play around.
No, man, it is go time right now. We'll see what Paul Mancini does on the restart here, coming up here this time by, I believe. See if he gets another great run again, Chris, because that really propelled him here to fantastic start here to pull away here as Ham falls back to fourth. We'll see what happens on the restart.
Answering the question in the comments, hard chargers so far, Ryan Cummings up 13, Peter Neuter up 13. The award's going to go to Neuter because he's ahead of him in line, but this is what's going to develop here over the last handful of laps. It'll be 10 to go this next time by.
Chris, you're looking at your top two in qualifying here between Paul Mancini and Michael Haney. Your third place car in qualifying, Alex Collins. He's trying to throw his name in this ringer here. Meanwhile, Haney slide job on Mancini. Mancini turns it back on down the back straightaway. He'll grip it and rip it down the back straightaway. Here comes Haney. He's going to load it up again. Try and pull the trigger on it. Not going to happen. As Mancini will get a great run. He'll lead the lap.
Into turns 1 and 2 on lap number 72. Paul Mancini holds on to the race lead by half a car length over Michael Haney as they work now through turns 3 and 4. Alex Collins is right there. He wants a piece of the action as well.
We'll see what happens here. Top three starting to break away now. They'll go up on the high side. They'll Highside Hustle it there, by the way, 2 in the morning. As Collins gets to the wall! No!
Huge wreck down the back straightaway. Oh, what a tough break for Alex Collins.
What we were saying earlier, Chris, about Bristol going out and grabbing it. That's exactly what happened to Collins. Got too high, got into Jasper Zigafoo's. Ryan Conrad's in there as well. I believe that's one of your candidates for hard charge with Camden Johnson. He's up in that mess, but what a heartbreak.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Alex Collins. Let's get to the replay here from the onboard.
Try to save it.
Absolutely nothing he can do. And then he gets really banged around as well. So we go back to the live look here. Collins has not used a quick repair, so he'll be able to come down pit road, but not the spot you wanted to be in, that's for sure. And Paul Mancini, your race leader, he's got to be feeling pretty good here because he's going to restart in the lead, so he'll control the pace. But he also knows the slider's coming. And so he really is in complete control of this race, of where he's going to position his car and how he's going to defend the slider. Down to just a handful of laps to go. This is absolutely Paul Mancini's race to lose.
We'll see what happens there, Chris. But Michael Haney in that second spot, he had a better restart than what I thought he was going to have. He's looking at the Burger King #1 Bicknell for Michael Haney. He had a better restart than what I thought he would have on that last restart, Chris. He was right there, and he started trading some sliders there with Paul Mancini. So he might have found something there towards the end of this race that maybe Mancini is using up the tires now as you take a look from the front end cam here of the #1 as you look at the back tank of Michael Haney. And, yeah, Chris, I think we're in for one heck of a feature here.
Yeah, this is going to come down to a big show here. They should go green. They'll take the green with lap 78 on the scoreboard. So 3 to go. And there is overtime available. That's the big one here is, I'm not sure if it's 1 or 3. Alex will let us know in the comments here, but Patrick Byrne checking in saying Team NRN is out. Yes, not the night we were hoping for here. Alex Collins is now running in the 20th position. He did get the quick repair. I'm not sure it's going to matter with all the caution laps that we've run, but he is going to have a fresh set of tires. It's not the same as on asphalt that you really have to worry about tire wear. The big one here is what kind of a restart does Paul Mancini get? And something to keep in mind, we'll try to get you a look here, but look at the gap that Mancini has left to the pace truck. He is absolutely trying to stack up the field. We'll see if race control lets that stand. But this is entirely now in Mancini's hands. In fact, he's going to restart right off at turn number 4. What a great restart for Paul Mancini. 2 to go here at Bristol.
Green-white checker finish. Haney trying to get a run on Mancini. He's going to drop them down the back straightaway. Going to follow his line through the high side here. Here comes Ham on the bottom. We're going to have a three-car battle for the finish. White flag is out for Paul Mancini.
Oh, Mancini
here comes Haney. He's trying to pull it.
Mancini tried to cut the line off. He bounces it off the outside retaining wall. Haney's going to look down to the inside. Mancini's going to slide himself to try to protect the win. Does Haney get the drive off the corner? Checker flag in the air. Paul Mancini picks up the win. In the racing for Ryan, 76 over Michael Haney and Nicholas Ham, your top three. Oh, what a finish there. Josh Pepe, fourth. Jasper Zigafus rounds out your top five. Get you the full results here as everybody's going to pull up onto the front straightaway for the interviews. Mancini, Haney, Ham, Pepe, Zigafus, the top five. Topman, Johnston, Bose, Oliver, and Zarensis, the top 10. Your hard charger on the night. Put some more cash in the man's pocket. Ryan Cummings up 16 positions to number 14. That's absolutely fantastic. Here.
Oh, you gotta love it.
Yeah, that was a fantastic show. Even for the start and stop nature of it, we got to see a great finish. And just as important, Bert, we got to see the big blocks at Bristol.
A little tease here for coming up here less a month from today, Chris. We'll be down here for the Saturday night portion of the Bristol Throwdown for the World of Outlaws. But, ladies and gentlemen, he's out of the car. He can hear you now. Ladies and gentlemen, for your racing for Ryan, 76 winner, Paul Mancini.
Oh, man. That was the hard sell if I've ever heard it.
How about it? I'm pretty good at that.
So let's we'll take a look here once we have everybody in the room. See who we can pull in here for our Victory Lane interviews.
And I'm going to jump back in the Discord, Chris, so then I can join in on some of this fun.
All right, buddy. So we'll take a look here in the transfer room, and let's get the results graphics out of the way here so you can see who we're talking to. As they get them parked up on the front straightaway, we'll kick things off here with your race winner tonight, Mr. Paul Mancini. Paul, that was a big old start and stop fest here, but it was a great run to the finish here, and how'd you pick up the win?
Yeah, first I just got to thank Alex and thank you guys for putting this on, and wish best of luck for Ryan. And yeah, it was a long race, but he just had to be there at the end, pretty much.
Was that just kind of the nature of the beast, that you knew you had to be out front whenever that last restart was going to come?
Yeah, 100%. I knew that qualifying and heat race was going to determine the whole night. Because if you started in the back, it was going to be really hard not to get involved in wrecks early and then have a chance to win it at the end.
All right, buddy. Well, it was a heck of a run this season. We know you're getting ready to do some real-world racing here in the Mancini Custom Homes entry at New Egypt Speedway and up and down the East Coast. But tell everybody what your full 2021 plans are and who you'd like to thank.
We're going to run the short track series, and we're going to run Bridgeport this weekend, and then we're going to run New Egypt for points, and Mancini Custom Homes, Mancini Realty, Fireplaces Plus, Woodhaven Lumber, Overhead Roofing. There's just so many people I have to thank.
Yeah, the lists are long and exhausting sometimes, but hey, I tell you what, congratulations on the run here. It was a fantastic run to the race win tonight, and you're going home with $150. That's not bad for a couple hours work.
No, I'm gonna donate $50 back to Ryan.
Attaboy.
Well done. You know what, Paul? Your dad and I go back and forth with the whole give them something to talk about. Well, you done it tonight, brother. That was a fantastic run, and we'll definitely be getting in touch here for the quotes for the post-race recap, too. So congratulations on the win here, and good luck this season. Good luck at Bridgeport this weekend.
Thank you guys so much.
So let's pick up our runner-up finisher here, Mr. Michael Haney. Got to get him into the room with us. Michael, that was it was an interesting race. Paul threw the big slider on you on the, I guess, second to last restart. Did you figure that it would have to be on a restart to get the win, or did you think you had a shot there in the last couple laps?
I was so much better the longer we went. We kept getting yellows, and I was like, no. I was just riding the first 40, trying to stay in like fourth, and I finally got up there. And that's why that first slider I threw on him, I was going to lift and let him drive around me, but I saw him break and go down, so I came back all the way up the track. It was intense.
Yeah, that's probably the right word here for Bristol Motor Speedway is intense. Is there anything in iRacing that compares here to what you've experienced out here tonight?
Can you say that again?
I say, is there anything on the iRacing service that compares to slinging a big block modified around the Bristol Motor Speedway?
I think the only track that's racing besides this one is Cedar Lake. It's the only other track I like. But Bristol's intense. You can go bottom, top, middle. If you can drive right, you can run anywhere.
Well, yeah, you had a heck of a run tonight to pick up the runner-up finish here. You're going home with, I believe, $70. And tell us what your 2021 season plans are, whether virtual, real world, and who you would like to thank.
Well, I go racing with a guy named Christian Hanger. He races supers and crates around Middle Tennessee, Alabama, stuff. So most 21, that's what I'll be doing, and on here from like 10 o'clock at night to 2 in the morning probably.
That's beautiful.
Oh, and I'd like to thank Sam Searot. That's my bro. We're teammates. Burger King sponsored, and that's about it.
All right, bud. Well, Nicholas, congratulations on the runner-up finish tonight. The cash will be out the door here in just a moment. Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Going to pull up our third place finisher here, Mr. Nicholas Ham. Get him up into the room with us here. And Nicholas, you were battling at the front the entire time, but I would imagine a start and stop kind of affair was not what you had in mind tonight.
No, I was trying to time my restarts perfectly, and Paul just got a better jump than me. I tried hanging up the field a little bit more so I can kind of throw him off, but he just right on me down the straightaway, and I would have powered right back around him, but I caught the wall. So it is what it is, though. I mean, first time running with most of these guys, very fun, man. I was struggling, but everybody, in this league is super fast, and I'm just honored to be up here, man. Doing it for Ryan with the tribute car going, so super proud of my run tonight.
Yeah, it was a heck of a show, and that's one of the interesting things that you bring up here is how good the leagues can be. And sometimes you see the official world records and people are setting laps in official series and all this stuff, but a lot of times the most fun you're going to have on iRacing is doing league racing and hosted stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, being a part of SLR, great group of guys over there. It's definitely a journey, but these guys are hell of a drivers, man. Honestly, I was having to work real hard there to try and keep the lead. I don't even know how I got up there. I was just kind of biding my time, trying to keep my nose clean. But yeah, everybody did a great job, and I'm glad I didn't get into anybody. So I'm not a regular, but I'd like to become a regular.
There you go. Well, Nicholas, congratulations on the third place finish tonight. I believe it's going to be $50. heading out your way. So congratulations on the finish tonight.
Thank you very much.
We got one more guy to talk to here, and this one's going to be a fun one, I think. Driving the American Heart Association Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Let's see. Oh, wait, we don't have him in the room yet here. Wait, we got to find Ryan Cummings here, our third place finisher. Oh, there he is. Now we got him up in the room with us. Hard charger tonight. Ryan Cummings, you pick up an extra $45 on top of the donations that have already come in. Heck of a run, brother. Up 16 spots, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I never thought in a time span as short as I found out I needed open heart surgery that the guys would pull together and do all this for me. It's wonderful. It's honestly amazing, and I'm happy. I had a great run tonight too.
Yeah,
working with one pedal.
Wait, what do you mean you're working with one pedal?
my throttle pedal broke, so I had to rebind my throttle to my brake pedal, and then I binded my brake pedal to my button on my wheel. So.
Oh my god, that's legendary stuff.
Yeah, but I got a huge thanks to SLR for letting me join their team and being able to run their logo on the car and everything.
That's fantastic. So tell everybody kind of what's going on here, and actually let's pull the graphic back down of your name here, because we'll get the donation info up again. Head to ryan.nationalracingnetwork.com. That'll take you straight to the GoFundMe page to help Ryan out here. And tell everybody kind of the background. What originally was the issue, and then what happened at Bridgeport?
So the original issue was I had an aortic valve that needed to be replaced. I was born with it, never was caught till I was 16. I played football most of my life, and then I got into racing before surgery. I raced 4-cylinders at New Egypt for a little bit. Then that same summer, ended up going into surgery for the first time, open heart surgery. It went smoothly, a little bit okay, but I mean, I had my ups and downs, and then the recovery was going good and everything all the way up until till now, and then got into my slingshot at Bridgeport last Saturday. I went out for 5 laps. Car felt really great, and it was really fast, but I wasn't able to do it. My chest just started hurting, and I had to pull off. So
okay, so you pull off the racetrack. You end up going back to the doctors, and in the span of a couple of days, you find out you're going back in for another major procedure.
So I knew I needed open heart surgery before this event, but I didn't think it was really that soon. Like, I didn't need it that soon. I talked to my surgeon and everything. He didn't think it's a big issue. He still doesn't. He still thinks that I'm all right. So he was in no rush to get the surgery done, but I wanted to get it done as soon as possible. And just going into my race car Saturday kind of proved why I needed it.
Well, absolutely crazy. Hopefully we can see you back here sooner rather than later. Take the time to recoup. But who would you like to thank here? I'm sure the list is long and distinguished tonight.
I'm at a loss for words. I can't thank all of you guys enough for putting this all on for me. I can't thank everybody enough for coming out here and racing for me. My whole family just pulling together for me. It's a great time. It sucks what I'm going through, but knowing the support that I got from everybody is amazing.
Well, we're proud to play a very tiny little role in putting a smile on your face here while you're, quite frankly, going through some shit. So, brother, take care of yourself, and when you're on the good side of it, you know you're going to be back here doing the iRacing stuff, and I said it during the broadcast, but you got a spot with us when you're ready for it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah,
There you go. That's Mr. Ryan Cummings, your hard charger for tonight's Racing for Ryan 76. By the way, I completely floored that you guys pulled off the 4-wide salute. That was absolutely epic. So congratulations on the run tonight, and we will be talking to you very, very soon.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
So there you go, Bert. We had a heck of a show here tonight, and it was just about everything that I would say that it was kind of built out to be. The Racing for Ryan 76 from the Bristol Motor Speedway was it was start, it was stop, it was a lot of different things, but in the end, it was a good run for a great cause.
Absolutely, and that's what this is all about, Chris, is a good run for a great cause, and happy to be able to support this tonight, for Ryan Cummings, and I didn't expect him to come up and get the hard charger here. I don't think he expected to hear from his interview, but man, what a great run for him. But I tell you what, that last couple laps there on that green-white checker between Mancini and Haney, that was fantastic. That's what we hope for in an iRacing, come down to a fantastic finish like that. I wish we could have got a few more green flag laps in some lap traffic and see what would have happened there. Even Collins had a great run there too, and Ham, he looked good as well. I thought he might have had a car to beat, but Bristol did everything I expected to, and hopefully we get to come back here very, very soon here with these big block modifieds. And we've been having them on the last couple weeks here, Chris, and I tell you what, these things are racing just fantastically around iRacing.
Oh yeah, the big blocks are easily my favorite division to drive personally and to broadcast as well. The late models, the 410s, they put on a good show. There's something about the raciness of the big blocks that it's almost, and part of it to me might even be the whole it's a new car thing and they haven't figured out all the setup hacks to it yet and the drivability hacks. But it seems like the front to back in the field is very, very close all the way around. I mean, heck, we were, half a tenth from first to fifth in qualifying. That's how you get it done.
Yeah, it just impressed the hell out of me on how well these things ran in. Heat racing kind of lived up to what I thought was going to be a little bit of a draft fest around the top side, and that's where it seemed to be at there. But man, when you need to pull the trigger on a slide job there, it was there, and I'm just so impressed with the job that iRacing did with Bristol. Not even having a chance to even scan the place. With all that went down a lot, I don't even know if they have scanned it or not, but I'm sure they'll probably be down there in a couple, probably after the NASCAR race or something like that, to scan it and see what they come out with.
Yeah, I don't think it was scanned to create the facility that they're running on now. It is a very, very close approximation. And quite frankly, there's something that sort of tells me that they did scan it at some point, only because the data just seems to be too good. The racing lines are running like we're seeing in the real world, and the action that we're seeing is just absolutely fantastic. But I'll tell you what, Bert, let's wrap things up here. Tell everybody who we got coming up tomorrow night on the Highside Hustle.
Yes, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. right here on the National Racing Network. We're going to have Erin Noel on. She is the social media manager for I should keep saying Ollies, but it's the Flow Racing All-Star Circuit Championship by Mobile One. She'll be on tomorrow night. She also does social media jobs for Eldora and also Tony Stewart Racing Store.com. So she'll be a fun guest tomorrow night to help us wrap up Women's History Month coming up here tomorrow night. And also your winner from the Port Royal Speedway this past Sunday afternoon, and also the 2019 Super Dirt Car Series champion Matt Williamson will be joining us. Should be two great interviews tomorrow night. Plus, of course, Ab and I will have all the recap from this past weekend with some great racing from both the Lincoln Speedway, the Selinsgrove Speedway, Port Royal, Bristol. We had that. We had some great World of Outlaws racing this past weekend as well. So don't forget to join us tomorrow night right here, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Highside Hustle and National Racing Network.
There you go. Good Lord. That man fits more in one sentence than I get in 4 laps. But for everybody here at the National Racing Network, including my partner in crime tonight, Mr. Burt Wojcik. My name is Chris Graham. It has been a pleasure to have you joining us this evening. Don't forget, tomorrow night, the Highside Hustle, 8 o'clock Eastern, 10:15, Indy Pro 2000 iRacing from Monza over in Italy. That one's going to be absolutely spectacular. Monday night, the Silver Crowns. Tuesday night, the Pavement Sprint Cars. Whole lot of racing action coming up for you here this season. But until tomorrow night, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great night, everybody.
This Independence Day weekend, kick your party off with a bang. DeWeather Center presents the first annual DeWeather Cares Charity Softball Classic, presented by the National Racing Network. The Palmerton Boobies, DeWeather Center Bluecocks, Blue Mountain I-95ers, Pocono Front Platers, Schuylkill County Crackers, Reading Nurses, Catasauqua Blue Tits, and Beltsville Lake Monsters will take the field in Emerald. Find out more on Facebook at DeWeather Center. DeWeather Center, offensively accurate.